Book 3, Chapter 14, Guidance. It is Monday morning. We have gathered back at the bench. The morning air is crisp and clean feeling, but it is cold. We can see our breath. Everyone is talking about the visit with Mr. Max and the fun that was had. It is so nice to be with your family, Charles says, and Baxter and Limerick nod in agreement. Thank you for coming on Saturday. It meant a lot to everyone. We went to eat cookies, Baxter says with a chuckle. You didn't know we were bringing cookies, I declare. At any gathering where your mom is there, you can almost bet there will be cookies. Everyone laughs, knowing my mom is a mom to everyone. You should see what Mom is dressing Skye and Hemingway in these days, I say as I roll my eyes. Oh, Finnan, everyone really comes alive when they see them. Just leave her be. I know, I say, and I will. My little brother thinks it is fine. The bell rings and inside we go. As we are walking in, Limerick and Charles ahead of us, as always, I ask Baxter how his family is doing. Everything is settling down now. It was really hard when my dad left the house. My mom cried a lot. Since then, we have adjusted to both houses, and with some time passing, everyone appears to be more at ease and content. That's good, I say, not knowing why I think it's good. I'm just lost for words. Finnan, thank you for inviting me along to places your family goes and to your home. It makes me feel good to know that I am part of something that is comfortable. You are welcome, Baxter. You know, my family isn't perfect. In fact, we have many flaws, but we know that we are family regardless of any outcome. Your family will be the same, regardless of where anyone lives. Baxter ponders what I have said and realizes that family comes in many shapes and forms. To some, family can be their cat. To others, family is many people around a table. I'm glad I have the family I have, Baxter says with a gentle voice. I am happy with my family too, Baxter. We both smile at the sight of Limerick and Charles, who have become inseparable now. They are our family, I say as I nudge Baxter with my elbow. I know, Finn. I can feel it. We enter the classroom to find Mr. Willis in a great mood as usual. Only today he seems particularly happier than the last time we saw him. Class, I have great news. The facility was so happy with the work we did that they have invited us back. But even more, we have been invited back to put on a talent show. The class cheers and gives high fives to one another. We will also contribute by having our fundraiser there. The cheers grow louder. What will the fundraiser be this year? A voice pipes up. I believe the idea of continuing to contribute to the elephants, wildlife, and our community shelter is a great idea, one that can be a yearly event. Charles has suggested that we have it in honor of the man we all know as Sir Edward. I do believe that what he shared with us is our greatness to discover what we can contribute as a team, as friends, and as classmates. The class cheers once more. We are so excited. I can't help but feel tears fill my eyes. I don't want to cry in front of anyone, but the emotion is so strong. I am honored to have known Sir. It will be my honor to honor him. Charles can see that I am struggling and he places his hand on my shoulder. Sir wants you to celebrate, he whispers. And this, Finnan Frederick, is the best way we can celebrate. Look at all the wonderful things that have come from one idea. We are making the world a better place. I nod my head and wipe a tear from my eye. Charles, still with his hand on my shoulder, looks me straight in the eye and says, "Today is a perfect day for a perfect gift." He winks at me as if he knows that this day is the perfect day, with so many more to follow. That evening, when all is quiet in the house, I decide to listen to my great-grandfather's watch. I have a lot on my mind, and I guess it is a sense of comfort to me, whether it is imagination or the wisdom of my great-grandfather. It feels like home for me. I sit on the side of my bed in my usual position, Sky Charles on one side and Hemingway on the other. I place the old box on my lap and I listen once again for any noises coming from the house. I am sure everyone is sleeping, but I want to make sure. I place my hand inside the box and I can see the glow and feel the tingle. My heart races this time because it feels more powerful. The tingle is greater and it appears that the glow is more vibrant. I wipe my eyes and take a deep breath to clear my mind. "Great Grandpa," I say in a whisper, "would you please guide me? Are you able to help me find Sir's beloved?" I hold the watch tightly. My hand almost feels like it is vibrating. "The answer is in your heart." "Pardon?" I whisper. "Your heart will guide you to great discoveries if you can find silence to listen." All at once the tingling stops. That's it, I think to myself. That doesn't give me any clues as to where to look. What if Sir's beloved is close by? What if she has passed too? I'm looking for direct answers but haven't received one. I give gratitude as I place the watch back inside the box. I walk softly and silently to my dresser and pull out the top drawer in a very slow motion. I hear a voice at my door. "Finn?" "Yes, Dad?" "Finnan, are you okay? You are still awake." I manage to get myself back into bed before my dad enters the room. When he does, Sky jumps from the bed to greet him. His tail is wagging as if he is telling him what we are doing. "Finnan, I was thinking, what if you and I go to the seniors' facility and speak with Mr. Max on our own?" I look at my dad, who doesn't seem a bit surprised that I am still awake. "Sure, Dad, that sounds good. We want to find out about the painting, too." "I know, son. It has been on my mind." My dad sits on the side of my bed. He just sits quietly, not saying a word. "Dad, is everything okay?" I ask, whispering again. "Finnan, would you mind if I held my grandfather's watch?" "No, Dad. Please help yourself. It is in the top drawer." When my dad opens the drawer, I can see the faint glow, and so can he. "Dad," I begin to say. "I see it too, Finnan." I sit up in bed. I don't want to reveal that I have just held the watch. Perhaps my dad will get a direct answer. I sit beside my dad. Sky has made his way back up onto the bed with his tail still wagging. Hemingway curls up on the pillow with little interest this time. My dad removes the watch from the glowing box and says, "My hand is tingling." "Mine tingles all the time, Dad. That's when I know to pay attention." My dad takes a deep breath, just like I did, and asks a question out loud. "Would you please guide us to find answers to Sir's beloved. I want to yell, "Dad, I just asked that," but I remain silent. My dad closes his eyes and I take a deep breath, thinking that maybe if we both think together, we will get a more definitive answer. Follow your heart like following a trail of breadcrumbs. We look at each other in stillness. Search for the answers with your heart. Let your heart guide you and find the answers in silence. My hand has stopped tingling, Finnan. My dad sits with the watch in hand, deep in thought about what he has just heard. Finnan, I believe the answer is to follow our hearts. We will be led along the right pathway. I agree as I nod my head. When would you like to go to see Mr. Max? I ask in a whispered tone. Let's go after school on Thursday, Finnan. I'll have some free time then. Okay, Dad, but that's only a few days away. Should we get a list of questions ready or something? No, Finnan, I believe our hearts will know what to do and what to ask, perhaps even what to look for. It will be like searching for treasure, Finn, a brilliant treasure, our hearts being the map.